Hello everyone and welcome to ZeldaSpeedRuns. So today we have the Battle for Hyrule 2 tournament 100% no Up+A Swiss round 1 match between YmustUhateME and AlmightyBobino. So on commentary we will have John Tabin. So thanks everyone and have a great race.
Are we live? Yes. Alright, looks like cropping in progress, but this is game 2 of 100% no Up+A Why Must You Hate Me versus AlmightyBobino. They were gonna do this the other night, but then one of the runners had a real life emergency. There we go with the crop. And so this is game 2, Why Must 1, game 1. So YMust is going 3 first. AlmightyBobino is going 2 first. Big challenge on the 2 first route in 100% is you have to get the magical boomerang on low health. Bobino said in the race room, hope I get the boomerang in less than 4 deaths this time, so we'll see how he does. YMust did not get the first lucky bomb drop that he was hoping for, so he has to clear the rest of those dark nuts to get the static bomb. YMust leaves the dark nuts, what we call second factor, with 4 bombs. He might want more for that than for Manhandla. There is a static bomb in the staircase room, but there's so many dark nuts that sometimes it takes more bombs you want to spend to get it, so we'll see what he chooses to do. There's also he could also go up to the chute if he wants. Alright, Bobino going into the magical breakfast room, or the magical boomerang room. So each of these Gurias takes 5 hit points, so he's trying to hit them with a bomb and a sword. Got them. He did not open the wall, but that's okay. He can just go back the other way. Oh, he did not die getting the magical boomerang, at least. He is down to 1 heart, but he's gonna... Being the Moldorm's key, I guess there's some key routing options. Right, and meanwhile, YMust is going into the Manhandla fight, which is the big gatekeeper on his route, because this is the fight we're really underpowered for, so... There's a little bit of RNG here. Alright, he got it in two, and YMust is out of 3. So 100% no Up+A require... no Up+A means they can't death warp or continue or save. 100% we define as all heart containers and the top upgrades of all dungeon items. So the white sword is not required. The magical sword is required. The wooden boomerang is not required, but the magical boomerang, as you just saw, Bobino get, is also required. And the blue candle they will get for routing purposes, because waiting for the red candle is much less efficient, but that's for speed, not for a category requirement. Greetings, Cleveland Tom. Bobino, since we need to buy both bomb upgrades, we need quite a bit of money, so Bobino's probably going to go up into the northeast and collect a lot of money. It's bomb force in the breakfast room for Ymust, so called because of the pancakes. Ymust picking up his ladder. AlmightyBobino heads to the letter to the old woman. Letter is a permanent, non-consumable item. You do not have to pick up consumables like potions or magical shields, but since all heart containers are required, we may see Bobino buy a potion. I'm not sure how he routes this, but a lot of new first hundo runners will route in a purchase potion. Ymust now into the Gliok fight. This is another one we do underpowered for speed. With the wood sword, it takes 10 hits on the first hit and then 6 hits on the second one. And the red heads and fireballs do 1 heart of damage, but he got through it. You know, Bobino's going to come up here and buy the blue candle for their item collection. So in mostly any percent routes, you'd go to level 1 now, but there's a heart container that's under a bush between 4 and 1, and we'd really like to have the candle before we go that way. So instead, Ymust is going to world wrap, get the heart containers off the east coast, wrapping from the west to the east, and then he'll head in to do some East Hyrule stuff most immediately, level 2. Bobino getting the white sword. White sword doubles damage over the wood sword, those 2 hit points of damage, which makes 3 and 4 easier, and some other stuff easier later on. So Bobino into level 1. He's going to pirouette. That saves a key by glitching away the key door at the top. That will make up for skipping mold arms and probably let him skip some other keys, because this category requires the magical key, so it doesn't need as many small keys as other categories. Well, Ymust into level 2. Or you can keep beams the faster you can go into. So that's why Ymust grabbing that heart along with the bombs he farmed there. See him making quick work of those ropes with his beam sword. And now he will go into his magical boomerang fight. He has more hearts, so it's a little bit safer. But still, stab and a bomb for each. Quickly done, and we're out. Oop. Bobino dies outside the bow diamond. Now this is a no Up+A category, so we do have touchback rules. He'll have to go up to that room real quick. In Up+A categories, as you'll see in swordless races in this tournament, it's fastest to Up+A at the bow. So it would be an advantage to die there, which is why the touchback rules exist. Just gonna enter there, come back, and back on route. Ymust out of level 2. He's going to collect a lot of the same stuff you saw Bobino collect earlier, since he's at this part of the map now. Once he's done in the northeast, he's going to head into level 5. Bobino out of level 1, and I imagine he will go grab some money and a heart container, and then head to 3. Both runners, I believe, are relatively new to this category. Learned it for the tournament. Ymust has a sub 30 in any percent no Up+A. His time in this 37, which is not quite as optimized, but he has put a lot less time into it. Bobino, his PB is a 54.44. He actually got that in one of the qualifier races for his first sub hour in this category. So. Alright, so Ymust heading into level 5. As usual, the goal here is to carry a count into the Darknut fight to speed it up with a bomb force, because the 10th enemy has the bomb. So in 100%, it's a little bit comfier. You'll see the reason Ymust got that lucky bomb drop and just left it behind is because bomb upgrade is required, so he's going to buy the bomb upgrade before going into the fight. So if he can keep his count, he'll have 12 bombs going into this fight, and if he keeps his count, he gets 4 more on top of that, which makes the room a bit easier than in any percent. Bobino has his raft. Ymust hitting the old man to increment his count. I think he's at 3 or something, because he got hit by a keys earlier. So that's why he's building the count back up on those keys, and should get this bomb force here. He got hit, so. Still pretty fast. He still has the static pack on the Gibdo on the way back. Bobino in his manhandle fight, the white sword. Okay, I was just about to say, since the white sword does 2 hit points of damage, you can kill the manhandle leaf in 2 hits, like you just saw him. Sure, Doc Blue. I don't know if I can invite you into the Discord, but if you can get in, yes, you're welcome. Cool. Right, so Ymust stopping to fill up on these Dodongos. So despite not getting the force in the recorder room, he's still going to leave here with a bunch of bombs. his ladder. Ymust takes out Dig Dogger, and he's out of level 5. Now, with the white sword, these Zols go down in one hit, so it's a bit easier than what you saw Ymust do in the room. So, Bobino can afford to preserve his bombs here by sorting a little more. And joining me now is Blue. Thanks for jumping in, Doc.
Hey, how's it going?
Going good. We are, as you can see, we are 15 minutes into a hundo race, and Ymust is about to get BT's Racing Heart, as we call it. In any percent, this is often where we get a safety potion in races, and there was a runner who kept taking heart by accident, because most of the time when we're in these caves we're getting the heart. But in this case we're supposed to get the heart because it's required for the category.
That's the classic BT race heart.
Yes. That nickname goes back to the 2015 tournament. It's really funny we're still saying that. But
yep. My entire speedrun career.
Yeah, I mean, Lack was amused that I knew about that in 2017, so and here we are in 2024. Bobino taking some damage from these Vires. With White Sword. Yeah, with White Sword, Gleok is only 5 and 3 instead of 10 and 6 to chop off the heads, but hearts still. He doesn't have a blue ring or anything, so the hearts still do. But the fireballs and redheads still do a full heart of damage. So let's see how he does.
Nice.
Oh, you must be ahead. Here, let me send you the commentator back in.
Oh, yep. Yeah, a few seconds behind, so I'm just watching it with everybody else. Okay, but he does indeed defeat Gleok there. Only took 1 fireball, so he's able to get through.
Ymust has bow.
Alright, I'm in.
Bobino out of... Alright, Bobino's out of 4, and I believe on his route he does the shopping now.
Yep, looks like he's headed that way.
So he'll buy arrows and meat, which are required for Goma in level 6 and the Grumble Grumble puzzle in level 7, respectively. But he hasn't done 5 yet, so I think he gets money in World Wraps after this shopping. Or has he done 5? No, I don't think he has. I think only Ymust has done 5.
Yeah, he's definitely headed to the Deadwoods 100 next. He has convenient sub-splits.
Yeah, I was pretty sure that was right, but it's been a while since I've run 2 first 100%. So
yeah, looks like he ran to some blue levers there. Fun fact: you can just hold down and right, and you'll guaranteed walk out of that screen unscathed every time.
Yeah, you can't You can't wake an Armos if you're holding 2 directions, so that's a nice little trick that a lot of people don't know about. I kind of forget to do it myself most of the time, but it would probably be good to make it a habit.
Yeah, I try to soak in every trick and maneuver that lets me not have to think.
Yeah, I do that with the ladder in places like you can get around corners without deploying the ladder if you're holding 2 directions and stuff. But sometimes I forget about the Armoses.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so it's time for Bobino's World Wrap. He's gonna get these heart containers. He's already done level 2, of course, so he's gonna go on to 5 after the wrap.
Yep, and we have Ymust heading through Death Mountain, picking up the power bracelet, making his way to go pick up the magical sword before he dares venture into level 6.
Bobino struggling a little bit on this ladder clip. The visual cue for this isn't great, so it's...
Yeah, it's one of the trickier clips for sure. And it's also a pretty important clip to learn too, just in terms of the world wrap capability it gives you.
a lot of randomizer players who don't clip most places often still learn that because it is so useful.
Yeah, and we got YmustUhateME there having to avoid a firing squad of Lionels there. All three of them shot left as he was trying to go up the ladder there.
Yeah. So after one, YmustUhateME got his arrows and his power bracelet, and his magical sword. The level 6 has the magical rod, aka the wand, which doesn't really see use in this category. Watch a swordless race if you want to see it get a lot of use, but it's still required. So we'll have this room and then an extra room in addition to the required ones.
Yeah, level 6 definitely spikes in difficulty at 100% for that reason, just because of the extra rooms to traverse and the extra combat room you have to do to get the magical rod. It's a shame, too, that you can't use it, because, well, you can, it just uses time, because you have to menu to it and stuff. It's a cool
there is one potentially useful strat with it. It depends on if you can A+B on Leok and 8 and then use the book fire to open the meat shop. The problem is it depends on the moblins spawning in the right place in the forest, so it's not really... I'm not sure it's possible to make it consistently viable, but it looks cool when you try it.
I enjoy that utility in second quest as well, to open up level 7 using the book fire.
Yeah, that's second quest 100% routes actually can skip the blue candle because you can open second quest 7 with the book and wand. Of course, you can't do that in first quest because the book is in level 8 under the bush.
Yeah, the trade-off, of course, is that in first quest you can get to the red candle before you get to level 8.
Which matters less for speedruns, but for casual blind play, a second quest is very mean about the red candle placement.
Oh yeah, it's just like with the red ring, where it gives it to you like 2 rooms from the end of the game.
Well, I mean, it still helps with those rooms, but
oh yeah, for sure.
But by the time you get the red candle in second quest, you've found by far the hardest bush to find. All right, so Bobino in the recorder room. He's white sword. These guys have 8 hit points of damage, so he'd like to get some of the 4 hit point damages, but he can clean up with the white sword. Some little more margin than YmustUhate did.
Speaking of YmustUhate, heading out of level 6 now with a full, well, not a full pack of bombs, but 8 bombs to his name at this point. Nice healthy set exiting level 6. You would technically want to prefer a few more just because they have a lot of utility in level 8. And speaking of, level 8's is really harder in 100%. You're traversing a lot more of the dungeon. You have a Manhandla, you have Blue Goma, just a lot of stuff in your way.
This walk is tough too. That half heart damage from the P-hat is intended because with the way that screen is, P-hat's on the ladder and you can't just like wait for him or the Lionels will come and get you. So actually taking that damage there is more often you have more than half a heart of damage. So well done to him.
Yeah.
This walk is a little precarious, but yeah, level 8. It is a big difficulty spike because we have a Manhandla to get to through the get to the book, and we have a Blue Goma to get to the magical key. So
right, you also get to see something neat here if YmustUhate will be going the HUD route here in a moment. It's getting his 300 secret here.
I don't know if he'll bother with that or not. Some runners are more into like movement tricks than others, but
there he goes. So he's clipping into the HUD here so he can walk through the forest in a much faster way. Effectively, you don't have to go up and over and around trees and all that malarkey. You can just walk straight on over to the level 8 screen, and you have to know the points where you can't walk through because there's rules about the HUD and how the barriers work compared to the room geometry. But if you know it, you can just clip right through.
Yeah, you really kind of have to know the specific screen because the HUD's really tricky because basically the obstacles in the playfield are repeated but like a half tile off, so you can walk in some places but not others, and you can slip in some places, and in some places you can walk in. So he was doing each of those clips in a very specific place to traverse that screen without having to go around to extra screens.
You can also
Bobino,
soft lock yourself.
Oh yes, you can get stuck up there. So Bobino, 2 bombs on Dig Dogger, and he's out. And Ymust is heading into the Darknet fights.
All right, we blink and we miss it, and Ymust indeed has gotten the book, got through mid-handla, only has 1 heart down, and he has 10 bombs. He's in great shape resource-wise.
Yeah, and since we do 7 late on this route, mainly for key routing, the second bomb upgrade is coming up, so you can use plenty of bombs in 8 if you want to. You don't have to. So, some people find the sword easier, but
yeah, but the more you can combine bombs and swords, of course, the faster you can go. So using all your resources just helps you go quicker. And traversing level 7 with almost full gear, magical sword, tons of bombs, it's really cathartic when you're used to the 80% route, because you can just go ham and you're not fretting over bombs the whole time. It's just so nice. It's a nice breezy dungeon for real. You're only concerned about it's kind of like level 2 in that sense, because you're just trying not lose time, really.
But before we can get there, we need to finish off 8, and this Goma, he gets a good pattern, but then the fireball screws him over. It's 8 seconds for every extra Goma cycle, so it's a pretty, particularly in PB attempts, you can gain or lose a lot of time there.
Yeah, you can, no matter what pattern the blue Goma gives you, you can defeat it with 0 extra cycles, but obviously some are harder than others. If he stays straight, it's easy to just go 1, 2, 3. If the fireballs don't get in your way, you can kind of pause strat on your way in to see if it's going to go left or right immediately and just accommodate your movement based on that. But yeah, it can just be a big time sink, and it just feels so wasteful because you literally just have to stand there and wait it out.
Yeah.
Right, we got Bobino on his way into level 6. He'll get his magical rod and then get Triforce Piece, while Ymust is into the latter half of 8. Like we said, normally a quick dungeon. He's been in there a little bit because of all the extra stuff he has to obtain, but he's nearing the end now. Just has to get rid of a 4-headed Gleeok and not forget the heart.
Yeah.
Now, in any percent, of course, we don't grab that heart because it's out of the way, and it can be easy to kind of autopilot your way and just leave it behind.
We did have one runner who had to forfeit in qualifiers because he forgot to grab that heart.
But Ymust remembers it.
Yeah.
All right, we got Magical Breakfast 1 being taken care of right now. He's getting kind of low on health a little bit. He's got a lot of the dungeon left to go. I don't believe he's acquired. Yeah, he doesn't have a potion. You can't grab potion hearts in this.
No, but you can buy potions. I don't know.
Yeah, you can.
I didn't see if he did, but
yeah, you'd have to go out of your way money wise, and of course visit a potion shop to do that.
It's not that far out of your way. There's a potion shop on the White Armo screen that you come into on the way to 6, but I don't think he stopped there.
Yeah, the only concern would be the extra money you'd need, because all of your money is going towards bomb upgrades and such.
Yeah, you can just grab the extra 30 by 1. There are options for routing in a potion.
Either way, I'm pretty sure Bobino does not have it, and he's down to 1 more beam from Doom here on the magical rod screen.
Yeah.
Just dancing the dance with the blue whiz robes. And the blue whiz robes get him. All right, so he's going back to the start of level 6 there. He's going to restart. Who won the first match in this bout?
Ymust.
Okay.
They did game 1 the other night, and then Ymust had a work emergency, so we're making it up now.
But now Ymust is making his way into level 7, and the very first thing we do is go off to the left rather than going straight up, so that we can pick up our second bomb upgrade, which will give you your full complement of 16 bombs, more than enough for 7, and technically 9, although depending on how he uses the bombs, he may or may not have exactly enough. But with so many bombs at your disposal, it's just great to just make your way through.
Yeah, like I said, 7 takes more keys than it gives you, so that's why it's routed after 8 in this category. So then you could save keys earlier in the run. But it does have the side effect of we get to do it with Magical Sword, which is not the norm. Although I guess casually that happens relatively frequently, but because it's more about the puzzle than the combat casually. But we do it a little underpowered most of the time.
Right. Casually, especially if you don't know the secret to the Grumble Grumble puzzle and the like, you're probably have gathered every single possible resource by the time you get to this point.
Yeah, the Grumble Grumble puzzle and also the bomb wall into the red candle really trips people up when they're blind, because the map doesn't show it, as you can see, because we have to get the map because we have to walk through it.
Yep.
He's bombing this wall, and it's an eye on the map, and there's no other path to get to the end of 7 here. And there's a hint in a room we don't go into that says there's a secret in the tip of the nose, which kind of directs you there. But then you have to figure out that you have to kill all the wall masters and push that block, which you'll see coming up. And wall masters frequently drop clocks to confuse you further.
Mm-hmm.
So
Bobino takes another death. He did get to the magical rod, though. He has that picked up. He died on the walk south towards Magical Breakfast, too. So he doesn't have to backtrack to do a death touchback at this point. He just has to make his way through the rest of the dungeon. Alright, so Ymust getting his way into the back half here through more of the secret puzzle rooms. Here's the Wallmaster room. And with Magical Sword in hand, just one stab for each Wallmaster hand here, no sweat. And he's through. Get a nice pattern there too, I notice. Bubbles did not get in his way whatsoever. Bobino's got to watch himself. He's down to half a heart again. Narrowly avoids death there. Gets himself a heart. That's good. Aqua Menace goes down with 2 swings from a magical sword, and now Ymust has all 16 hearts. He's ready for level 9. Bobino using bombs to try and get through Magical Breakfast, but unfortunately takes another death.
Yeah.
And it's right back in. While Ymust has to leave the screen before using the recorder. Another thing I have done. Just sat there, reopened the lake without actually going anywhere.
Yeah, I remember Yunos commenting once that it would be nice if we didn't have to walk off a screen to whistle away, and maybe it was routed a little differently, but the keys for doing level 7 last are so... This makes so much sense that that walking off that screen is probably the least bad option.
Yeah, you're still saving time. And Ymust also got himself the Bomb of Destiny there off the blue Octo Rock right outside of level 1. He took a hit, but then he also got a heart. So back to full health anyway.
Yeah, he shouldn't have to worry about bombs at all. He just has to get to the red ring, and then assuming he gets the red ring without too much damage, he won't have much else to worry about except just going fast.
Yep. Once you get red ring, then it's no holds barred. You're just flying through. You're even
unless you get to it with half a heart or something. Then
yeah, if you have really low health, then you're in trouble. But usually, what folks try to do, also you skip this key as well because you have the magical key, of course. But you get to the red ring with as little health loss as possible, and you're doing a rare thing in level 9 past that, where you're actually taking deliberate damage boosts to go fast. You can boost off of case. You can take hits from whiz robes instead of bubbles, so you don't lose your sword, so you can keep doing damage. You play level 9 very differently, essentially. And it's also a lot of fun. It's also kind of like level 7 in terms of you're not really worried about not surviving. You're just concerned about going fast.
And, well, I hope we're not cursing him because he's not to the red ring yet, but I think he'll be okay.
Yeah, so far so good. No damage taken whatsoever.
There's an old man in level 9 in a room we won't see who says Patra has the map, which is not that useful because there are like 5 Patras in level 9, but this is the Patra who has the map.
And we're just going to walk right by him because this version of 100% does not require the maps. There is actually a category that requires you grabbing all the maps and compasses and the big shields and stuff. I forget what it's called. It's like 100%.
100% plus is
that's what
it's
it
on
is.
the category extensions. It's basically the same rule set as the all items tasks, which Hatterbox updated a year or two ago.
Very nice. So now that Babino's got the level 6 Triforce and Ymust has the red ring, you can consider Ymust basically having 56 hearts to his name at this point. So lots and lots of health to use to go fast now. Oh, interesting. The Patra 1 actually got him there. Usually you can walk straight up past that P1 and the hitboxes don't spawn quick enough for you to take a hit there, but he takes a whole half a heart there.
Alright, so Bobino's out of 6 finally, and he's going to take his walk to 8. Not going too badly for him either.
Yep, just got the half a heart as well. Like you said, that's like about the most optimal you're going to get on that awful downward stair walk you have to do.
He might have had a different spawn, but still, it's a tough screen. Ymust has to get the silvers. The reverse C pattern when you get the red ring is really nasty, to the point that it's a good thing you have the red ring, because you can tank some damage from the Wizardrobes to avoid losing your sword to the bubbles. They don't group up for bombing nearly as well as they do with the any percent spawn.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate. I don't even think the clipping strat works all that well.
No, because like they're all over the place. Like,
yeah.
Plus, you almost never have. You almost never have beams.
You never have beams.
Beams.
Yeah. You always have taken some amount of damage at this point. You're not trying to conserve beams. Now you're just saying, I have the red ring, I can just tank all the damage I want.
Alright, silver arrow for Ymust.
Right, you guys, last 2 minutes to go. He has every single item he needs for this 100% category. One short reverse clip, and now he goes past P2. Will make the rest of his way. Babino, meanwhile, fighting a really quick manhandler who's bipping and bopping all over the place, but he makes it through to get the book. Has some health damage, but he still has a good chunk remaining for the rest of the dungeon. Makes it into the diamond staircase before the Gibdo can nab him there. Important thing is he's got the book, so he has the first third of level 8 complete. Ymust cleaning up the trap room now, using bombs to his advantage. He still has a couple, only needs one more to get through the last bomb wall here. Make his way around. He has just practically infinite health at this point for a seasoned any percent runner. You're not worried at all at this point about him.
See if he goes for the fast Patrick, because he can. There's plenty of damage to tank.
Yeah, when Patrick can only do half a heart to you at a time, it just basically feels like you're invulnerable.
Babino taking some a lot of damage very quickly in 8. You can see how fast that can go wrong.
Unfortunately, Babino does not have the red ring, so 2 hearts apiece from those blue dark nuts, and now he's repeating the blue lagoon piece while Ymust visits Ganon.
Yep.
There's the last hit. Down goes Ganon. Ymust has rescued the princess.
Yeah, in a sub 40, which was nice in a race.
Oh yeah.
Initial race time GG time of 39:17.
Well done to Ymust. And he won the first round, so that means he takes this set.
Yep. Babino can finish this out if he so chooses. I do not know if he will or not. It looks like he's going to try at least a few more times.
Yep, running through level 8 with only 3 hearts is not an easy feat at all. You're basically 2 hits away from death from most of the things you're fighting in here, and the fireballs just always make your life miserable. Yeah. They're now lethal too, more or less.
Now, Blue Darkness are health groups, so he's praying they drop him some hearts and fairies, and they're not.
You got
cooperating
absolutely
very
nothing
much.
from that entire room.
He got 1 heart, I think, which is mean.
All right, 1.5
That's how
hearts
it
for
goes.
BL2 here. Of course, he still has to go north to get the magical key, which where he might be heading. Uh-oh. Yep, takes another death there. I think he
And
is now throwing in the towel.
Yeah, that's a forfeit. So, good effort to AlmightyBobino. Okay. Us. Yes, we are joined by Why Must You Hate Me? GG, sir.
Hello, thank you.
Ugh. Pretty good run. Any thoughts?
Um,
Here,
yeah,
here's
yeah. Let's go ahead.
Here's AlmightyBobino joining us. Your mic is off.
That does help, doesn't it?
Yes. Good effort there. It's a that there's some really tough parts of that route, and
Yeah.
as we
The
saw,
start went way better this time.
yeah, you got the magical boomerang first try, so we're happy to see that.
Yeah.
um,
Just a lot of sloppy
So-
combat, I think, is what ended up being the issue.
yeah. Well, so did you? Is this your last? Do you have anything else going, or is this the end of your tournament? I can't remember if. Oh, you have a match with Rick still in any percent obey, right?
Yes.
Yes.
That
Okay.
I believe we're doing Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember. I put it on the schedule, but I can't remember.
I have it here somewhere. Yes.
But GG's Yumi. Thank you very much for the races. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. GG's. And it's, I was kind of watching. I saw some shenanigans in 6. It looks like 6 could be sneaky hard in this category if things go wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, both categories, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean the extra room shouldn't be underestimated, because you get into a rhythm in any percent that it kind of breaks when you have the second half of the dungeons all different and there's more whiz ropes. So
Yeah, a whole extra set of whiz robes isn't a fun time.
well, it can be,
Yeah.
but
True.
Yeah, I had trouble in 3. Other than that, it was. I hate 3 so much. I'm a long time manipper, man. So like level 3, it sucks for everyone, but I'm especially bad at it because I never do it ever.
Well,
if I don't hit it, manip, I reset. That's it. Period.
And yeah, so I noticed you had like a 440 ladder, which if you hit a manip, it's like 40 seconds faster than that or something or more. So but other than that, it was a pretty clean run. I don't remember any super big swings. So GG's to both.
Yes.
In just over 2 hours here, we have a race between Captain Green 7 and Ugandis. That is a second quest match. So I'll come back for that. Other than that, I think we're done here for now, unless any final words, guys?
No, man, just good luck versus Rick. It's always a pleasure to have you in these things. So
yeah,
appreciate the race, man.
Love being here. Always motivates me to get more runs in. So I never expect to win, but always good motivation to play.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we love having you playing.
Awesome, I appreciate it. And on a selfish note, Merry Bob missed everyone. It's my birthday.
Oh wow! Happy
birthday!
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
I appreciate it. Have a great day. Thank you guys for calling it, and have an awesome night.
Right.
Take care.
All right, and we will throw back to Alkaline Ace to say goodbye.
Yeah, big thanks to both our runners for this race, and also big thanks to John Tabin and Dr. Blue for joining comms for this match. So yeah, a lot more matches to come, but right now we will raid the SR main because Trace is playing his first Zelda 2 randomizer seed ever. So thanks everyone, and see you later. Bye!